Welcome back to this edition of Bearcat Chats, and today we are profiling the Alumni Association and all the great work that they are doing and the exciting events that they have planned. It's a pleasure to be joined by Kim Faber, the Executive Director of Alumni Engagement, Steve Seepersaud, who is the Advancement Communications Manager, and Tenley Halaquist, who's the Assistant Director of Alumni Engagement. I'm Jacob Wilkins, and guys, thanks so much for being with me.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah. Tell me, Tenley, let's start with what's upcoming in terms of virtual homecoming and all the events. I mean, there's something for everybody here.
Yeah, we're really excited. So first, we've extended homecoming from our original 3-day week. We really wanted to make sure that we are doing programming that will fit everyone's schedule. And also we want to be mindful of screen fatigue. We know that's a real thing. So yeah, we have everything from a chat with President Sanger to a virtual 5K for our athletic folks. We have a Netflix watch party, and we have some great demos, cooking demos with alumni that are local. So we're really excited.
Yeah, and tell me, how did you guys come together and plan this? Because certainly it's a homecoming like no other.
Yeah, it was a big discussion. There were a lot of people involved, believe it or not. And we did a lot of research of what other institutions were doing. We know some institutions that were having alumni weekend over the summer. So we really took a look at what they were doing, what was feasible, if they were actually just canceling it or moving it virtual. And we all kind of talked as a team and a division, and we thought that virtual would be great because a lot of alumni can't necessarily come back to Binghamton, so this would be a really great opportunity to get some additional alumni engaged with us and remind them of how great Binghamton is.
And Kim, you guys have been doing stuff leading up to this point, whether it's book clubs or cooking demos. How have you remained engaged with alumni in this challenging time?
Well, the good news is we were already preparing for a virtual programming module. We started a strategic planning process last fall. And when we went through that process, we took a look at what we were doing and what we weren't doing. And we realized we didn't have a lot of virtual programming in play, that we had been spending a lot of time engaging our alumni in our 18 chapters. So when the pandemic hit and we were all kind of relegated to our own homes and so forth, we actually were able to kind of move quickly and move into a virtual world with our alumni engagement. You did mention the book club. We did launch that in the middle of May. And as of yesterday, we had over 1,300 alumni have signed up for our book club. We also were able to launch a mentor match program back in February. And we're excited to say we have close to 1,300 alumni in that, but from over 22 countries. So the virtual opportunity has really expanded our reach beyond the chapters that we were focused on.
Yeah, I love this mentorship program because you think of students in this time, the rug sort of taken out from under them, those natural resources that they would have on campus. Steve, can you elaborate on how this program is making an impact?
Yeah, I mean, it's been great to shift into this model and to be able to get alumni engaged with us pretty much from everywhere, and being able to engage alumni who have never done anything with us before. The mentorship program in particular has been a pent-up need for a while, and we hear from students that we would like mentors. It's hard to find them. Sometimes it's intimidating to go on your own and try to make that happen. So to have a means where that's facilitated, and you have alumni in there who want to be contacted and have a means to get them to participate without having to bring them back to campus. This can happen on everyone's time, regardless of location. And so every couple of years we would have various fits and starts with launching a program like this. And I think we finally have the right solution where it's the right product at the right time, people want it, and we have a great platform to make it happen. So this has been very, very exciting, and I think beyond our expectations as far as how well this has really taken off. And it's not just the numbers, say, okay, we can say we have X amount of people that are mentors or students, but thinking about what the real impact is in a time like this where things are so uncertain and students were getting ready to graduate with offers or had internships lined up, and now things are coming off the table and they need a little bit more help than usual. And it's difficult really in any year. And now I just couldn't imagine what it's like to be able to step in and have that value add to provide that assistance for them and help make their career goals happen is really tremendous.
And Kim, how do you measure success in this program?
So we look at the activity. So the Mentor Match program is student initiated or mentee initiated. So I call it match.com meets LinkedIn. So we certainly make sure our alumni or our mentors know that to be patient, that the students will reach out to them. So we've taken great strides in incentivizing our students, obviously promoting our alumni network. We have tremendous alumni around the globe doing great things, and now they're available really at a click of a mouse or their keyboard. So we monitor the activity. We do marketing campaigns. Back in March, we started what was called Mentor Match for the old Match Madness, and offered the first 275 students that made connections, a complimentary tumbler and so forth. So we are always looking for ways to make sure that our students are reaching out to our alumni. We work closely with the parents, but really promoting the depth of our alumni network. And the fact of the matter is we have alumni just ready and willing and waiting to help our students. Jacob, I should also mention that we have just opened a new opportunity for our alumni to be mentees. So we thought maybe some of our alumni may have become displaced, during this time. So I'm happy to say we have close to 100 alumni who have actually joined the Mentor Match program looking for alumni mentors as well. So it's not just for our students, but it's for our alumni as well.
And Steve, if folks want to, if there's alumni watching this for the first time that say, hey, I want to get involved, how do they go ahead and do so?
So the one central place where we could send everyone is the alumni website, and try to make it easy off of the homepage to get to the various things that are the most important for them to be involved in. So that'll be binghamton.edu/alumni and binghamton.edu/alumni. So you can find the mentor match from there, the virtual homecoming, the virtual programs, the book club, lots of ways for people to get involved. We very much look forward to when we can be back in person again. But we're definitely making great use of the time while we're sheltering in place or at home, and things will just have to wait out a little while. We're rolling ahead with programs I think people are really going to love.
Tenley, it's funny, we had Erica Christ on from the Fleischman Center on about finding a job and internships, and we were talking about the silver linings in the course of this pandemic and how maybe because of the virtual technologies that are available, there's ways to increase communication with alumni. I just think of homecoming and, hey, a lot of people can't travel back to campus, but here's a way for them to stay involved. What have you found in terms of things that may potentially change the way you're able to engage alumni going forward?
So I think this will be a really great opportunity to see how many people we can engage virtually and see what interests there are for alumni. I'm hoping that we get more alumni engaged in this week-long activity than we have at homecoming within the 3 days. And it'll also be really interesting with our other programs. I mean, we've had so many first-time engagements that I think we're definitely going to keep a virtual component even when we're back to giving hugs and welcoming alumni back to campus.
Kim, you're nodding your head. You're in agreement.
Absolutely. We are launching it's a 10 under 10 award ceremony at homecoming this fall. And it's an opportunity for us to highlight some of our Bearcats of the last decade. And Tenley's worked really hard on this with some other folks on our team. And we have over 100 nominations that we're sorting through right now. And we really think that just a program like that, we could get, hundreds, if not thousands of alumni to tune in to see some of their fellow classmates from the last decade. So we're excited.
Yeah, you guys, there's plenty going on here. And Tenley, I also want to hit on the Class of 2020 COVID-19 Resources page that you guys have put together?
Yeah, so when graduation was coming up and everything was canceled, we really wanted to step in. Us and Fleischman, we partnered on a lot of great activities or programs for the class of 2020. So if you are a recent grad, there is a web page just for you within our alumni website. You can also just type Binghamton COVID-19 Resources, and it should be one of your first clicks on the Google. And we had a grad career fest for class of 2020. It was a 4-day kind of conference online where there were a bunch of speakers that talked about the job search process and what to expect. We also are doing LinkedIn Learning for just the class of 2020. And as you know, LinkedIn Learning is basically an online education source with thousands and thousands of videos. You can learn anything from how to use Excel to how to write code to how do you manage your time. So we're really trying to do a lot of different things for the class of 2020 because, you know, we really want you to be successful in the job market and in your research.
And Steve, am I missing anything that you want to chime in?
Well, I just, I mean, I guess we can just reinforce the idea of that. Even though we do a lot of the programs year after year that are, I don't say very much the same, but you know, become traditions, that each year is different. And you know, that's really an understatement when you think about 2020 and how we really had to change. Homecoming has a really different feel this year, and the career programs that we've put a lot of energy into building over the last couple of years now have taken on a greater significance, and we've thrown so many more resources behind it. But it's so much a better product now for the students and alumni, so it's great. We're hitting our stride with that. It's a shame it took a pandemic to make that happen, but I think the real win is for the students and for the alumni. And it's really great that we have a homecoming we can look forward to that I think will pull in a very different mix of people. Binghamton is easy enough to get to, and it's also easy enough to not get to. And if you spend enough time here, you definitely can relate to that. And so we would see at homecoming every year a lot of the same faces, which is great, and some new faces mixed in. But what they all had in common was, for the most part, they came within a driving radius of 3 to 5 hours. And it was rare that you'd see somebody fly from Florida, North Carolina, or California, or somewhere like that, unless they had a once-in-a-lifetime 50th reunion or something of that sort that they really, really didn't want to miss. For the most part, that was, you know, so you see like there's entire pockets of the country that we're not really able to engage, even though we have a high concentration of alumni in New York. There wasn't really a lot of geographic diversity. So we felt like that was something like, how do we make it more broad-based, more palatable to a wider circle of people? And I think having virtual this year will do that, and a mix in future years of in-person and virtual to provide opportunities. Yeah, it'd be great to have you come to campus. We love when people do that. We want you to come back, but that's not always practical for a variety of reasons, so we can still keep people engaged from wherever they are. As we say, Bing Pride worldwide.
Kim Faber, Steve Seepersaud, Tenley Halaquist, thank you so much for all the work you're doing and continuing to do, and really looking forward to this virtual homecoming from come the fall.
Great, thank you.
Thank you so much.